Bronchospasm, causes and symptoms. A bronchospasm occurs when the muscles that line the airways of the lungs constrict or tighten, reducing airflow by 15% or more. People with asthma, allergies, and lung conditions are more likely to develop bronchospasms than those without these conditions, as are young children and people over 65 years of age. Bronchospasms in themselves are not considered contagious, but some of the viruses and bacteria that cause bronchospasms can be transmitted to other people. What causes bronchospasms? Some medical conditions, allergens, and medications can cause bronchospasms. Common causes of bronchospasms include asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder or COPD, emphysema, chronic bronchitis, viral bacteria and fungal lung infections, smoking, air pollution or smoke, environmental allergens such as pet dander, pollen, mold, and dust, some food additives and chemicals, fumes from chemicals used in cleaning products and manufacturing, cold weather, general anesthesia mostly causing airway irritation, exercise, blood thinning medications such as blood pressure medications and non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, antibiotics. Scientists are still not sure why, but in some people, exercise appears to induce bronchospasms. Traditionally, spasms brought on by exercise are considered a symptom of asthma, but new studies have revealed this may not be true. A 2014 study surveying almost 8,000 French school children concluded that exercise-induced bronchospasms seem to be a separate, independent condition from asthma. The same study found that bronchospasms are associated with several types of atopic rhinitis, a chronic condition causing dry crusts to form in the nasal cavities, and the gradual loss of the mucosal lining. Researchers are also still trying to determine whether newer smoking alternatives such as electronic cigarettes causing bronchospasms. Nicotine has been shown to stimulate the primary nerve of the lungs, triggering muscle constriction and bronchospasms. A 2017 study found that a single puff from an e-cigarette containing 12 milligram per milliliter of nicotine was enough to cause bronchospasms in anesthetized guinea pigs. Some chemicals found in medications used to open the airways have also been shown to cause bronchospasms, though this is rare. Symptoms. The signs of bronchospasm are fairly apparent, while the severity of symptoms is directly related to how much the airways have narrowed or how much airflow has been restricted. Common symptoms of bronchospasm include pain, tightness, and a feeling of constriction in the chest and back, difficulty getting enough air or breathing, a wheezing or whistling sound when inhaling, coughing, feeling tired or exhausted for no apparent reason, feeling lightheaded or dizzy. Diagnosis. A doctor will need to diagnose and prescribe treatment for bronchospasms. For complicated or severe cases, a pulmonologist or doctor who specializes in the lungs may help confirm the diagnosis. Typically, a doctor will ask questions about a person's history of lung conditions and allergies before listening to the lungs with a stethoscope. Depending on the severity of the symptoms and if bronchospasms are suspected, the doctor may perform a serial of tests to assess how constricted or reduced the person's airflow and breathing are. Common tests used to diagnose bronchospasms include spirometry, lung diffusion, and lung volume test. The individual breathes in and out several times with moderate and maximum force through a tube connected to a computer. Pulse oximetry test, a device that measures the amount of oxygen in the blood, is attached to the finger or ear. Atrial blood gas test, a blood test is done to determine the levels of oxygen and carbon present. Chest X-ray and computed tomography or CT scans. Images of the chest and lungs can be taken to rule out infection or lung conditions. To determine whether bronchospasm is caused by exercise, a doctor may recommend a eucapnic voluntary hyperventilation test. During this test, an individual inhales a mix of oxygen and carbon dioxide to see how it changes their lung function. When should people see a doctor? A person should seek immediate medical attention whenever they experience severe, ongoing, or distressing bronchospasms. If airflow is extremely compromised, they should call for emergency services or go to the emergency department. Additional reasons to speak with a doctor include very painful bronchospasms, spasms that interfere with everyday activities, spasms that cause dizziness or lightheadedness, spasms that occur after inhaling an allergen, spasms that occur for no apparent reason, spasms that get worse or only occur during exercise, coughing up mucus, especially if dark or discolored, fever and a temperature of more than 100 Fahrenheit, significant difficulty getting enough air or breathing.